So don't call this number anymore.
भाई मैं आ गया। ठीक है भाई। बोलता रहा हूँ भाई। बारकर पे था ब्रो मैं, अब नहीं है। बारकर का मैं नेक्स्ट ईयर वो लूँगा भाई, लाइफ टाइम मेंबरशिप लूँगा उसका, बाउंटी हंटर का। आज का प्लान है भाई डीप एनुमरेशन और डीप रेकॉन और कुछ टिप्स। बस 2 मिनट में स्टार्ट हो रहा है भाई बस। एक्सपीरियंस बहुत वर्थ है भाई, बहुत ज़्यादा। Beginner, or if you are a beginner, then I recommend ports figure first, and once you learn some stuff, then you can move on to bug bounty hunter. So let's start, bro. तेरे लिए अच्छा है भाई मोहिन। So today's deep recon, तो जिन्होंने भी कन्हैया शर्मा एंड हसन खान, गॉडफादर, जो भी लाइक रेकॉन रिलेटेड बग्स रिपोर्ट करते हैं, लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ देयर बग रिपोर्टेड P1 and P2. So how they do subdomain enumeration, okay? So they don't use, first of all, they don't use single tool to just find subdomains, and they don't use only one technique to find subdomains. there is multiple they combine all the technique in their custom script, and they use custom word list. They use custom word list to find more subdomains. So I started doing more subdomain enumeration, and yesterday I implemented dnsgen and gotator in my script, and the result is very quite full that in one day I reported two p2 ssrf and one p1 and one p3 ssrf, and I have found I think over 10 plus open redirect using those. uh, and then I will share some more stuff that what after you can do, that you have to enumerate these subdomains. You have a list of subdomains, and then what after you can do it, how you can use them to find multiple vulnerabilities. So I will share example lfi, information disclosure, or some tips about enumerating out of scope assessed but getting bounty from it. So I use Subfinder with all config files, with all config API keys. Second, I use assetfinder, and third one is I use amass, certch, censys, certspotter. So all of these techniques that I'm mentioning here, let me. These type of techniques is passive recon. So passive subdomain enumeration. So now I do active sub enumeration. So in active I use two techniques, basically three techniques. Number one is brute force. Number two is alteration, permutation. So for brute force I use puredns. For alteration I use dnsgen with the massdns. And for permutation I use gotator with massdns to resolve it. I will upload this. Let me first upload this subenum one code in my GitHub so that you can easily grab it. Reply. So in last stream I used this code, but this is not worth, क्योंकि yeah bro, I will try in English. So in my last streams I use this code, but now I am upgrade my script, and I'm sharing all this on my GitHub and my all the word list I use, and I will share you how to you can create custom word list to find more assessed, for example for direct brute forcing, for password brute forcing, and I will share one technique using which I am able to bypass admin panels on multiple targets. So First download this. Let me so I'm sharing upgrading the code on my GitHub repo, and so that you can use it, and I will share all the word list I'm using and how I'm able to create this word list for fuzzing and all, and how I find multiple vulnerabilities uh, in one day just finding these subdomains. So if I go to so this is the code I'm using. uh, Subfinder, assetfinder, amass, web archive, and certsh, readler, virus total, subbuster, and certspotter is not working. I don't know why, but I just comment it. So once it resolved, I will upgrade it, and GLDC. So these all the passive record, and this is the where we come into active recon. So in active recon, I'm using puredns, and I have a word list of around 4 crore words. Let me show you the word list. DNSgen with pure DNS is also good, but bro, pure DNS are usually is very good when you are doing brute force and enumerating the subdomains. Sometimes it's the IP keys. Sometimes it's missed, so I don't want to miss anything. I will show you. You can try Aristotle from your external script and using Subfinder. Are you using a VPS? Yes, Pro. I'm using a VPS. It's cost around 647 rupees, and it's a good VPS. If you wanna use, you can go to Intech DC. So this is the provider of mic VPS, and it's a good VPS, bro. You can use VPS i3 in their general cloud server VPS server, and let me show this one VPS i2. Yeah. So it's cost around 549, but in the first bill it shows 647 with all taxes. So it's a good VPS. Not, I don't see any glitch. So you can try. And you can see now my word list of, I don't know, for subdomain brute force it's around 4 crore 60 likes. words, and it's a good. I found multiple assets on a target. So if you on GitHub, I can't upload this, but I will try to share. You can message me on my Telegram. So let me show. So you can message me on my Telegram. I will share the script, not script. So I'm saying I will share the word list on our Telegram because it's easy to share there. On GitHub, there is a side limit of uploading files. It's 50 GB memory, bro. 2 GB RAM. It's not old or txt. I have my customer list. I will share that. So now let me show you what it's all about. So what I use, bro, first of all, using my script, I got these kind of subdomains, and I think it's around 7448. Okay, so this is the result when I don't implement what I can say gotator in my script. But now I have implemented that, and if you go to gotator1.txt and if I click on that, so it will generate a word list, you can say kind of domain word list that you have to resolve using massdns. And I still going on, my massdns is still going on it. So what it will do, it will do alteration, and sorry, it will do permutation. And for permutation I'm using just 1000 character, and using that 1000 character is generate around it's not completed, I think it's 9 crores something if it's completed. Both are same, bro, both are same, but I have used multiple tools, dnsgen and gotator, because both give me different result. But why I'm preferring both of them, because dnsgen implement some words, but after that words there may be multiple words that I want to do find in depth around, let's say you can see there is only 4 digits. But if this subdomain is around 10, the first part is about 10 hyphens. So gotator helped me to go through the word list of 1000 character and generate a word list, and then I will pass that word list to massdns, and massdns will resolve all the subdomains that lie. Bro, nowadays I'm not hunting, quite busy, but next year I will start hunting. But whenever I got time, I will do on HackerOne and Buckroad both. Last night I hunt on Buckroad and reported 4 SSRF, 2 P2 SSRF, 1 P1 SSRF, and 1 P3 SSRF. So now I you have these subdomains. What you need to do, I will share this lecture link also, this text file. So after subdomains, I need to do local, bro. For SSRF there is, first thing, always use this and notice some behavior change in response and anything, and what type of uh, service it you are getting on collaborator. For example, if you use 25 burpcollab 25 and you get smtp, that means the smtp service working there, but sometimes it intended in chat box. So you have to find a way to convey that which port is open. For example, in my fourth SSRF yesterday, whatever I use in the port, I will get a DNS request. Okay. So, but there is a difference of response time. When the port is open, it will give me response very quickly. But when the port is closed, it will give me after a late. It will took time to respond. So that means the port, it's trying to connect on that port, but the port is closed. Second is internal host discovery. So whatever the IP you got, just fuzz that IP. 403 bypass and then logout CSRF. Is it 403 bypass is good, but logout CSRF. Let me explain one scenario of logout SSRF CSRF. So logout CSRF is P5. Yeah. From P5 to P2. So I was created on a Sony acquisition, and they have triggered that report as high. And what is I just change logout CSRF with something. So if you find something like community post, comment option, profile, bio link, so you have to find HTML injection. massdns, bro, actually the domain sits fuzzing, it's around 10 crores, so it will take time. And you can wait for 2 days or 1 days or 1.5 days until you can read some write-ups that you have find something interesting subdomains, and you can grab those subdomains and try some fuzzing on them. I will share some scenario, wait a minute. So I found HTML injection in forums where we can comment, where we can comment, and in comment I have added imgsrc logout URL. So whoever, and the that form is publicly available, so whenever a user visit that link, it will get logged out. So victim is got logged out, but when he tries to log in, there is a redirect parameter that automatically redirect them to that post, and then they again logged out. Bro, you got SSRF automation? No, bro, I just grab the subdomains and check each one by one. So first thing, I grab some keywords like internal, admin, community, something, some words that sound interesting. So when I visit, there is a Then I do some port scanning, and port scanning is still going on. If you see, my port scanning is still going on. I use naabu for port scanning. So when I use port scan, I found a port named as port as 3000, and when I visit the 3000, mostly it appears it's a Grafana instance, but when I check, it's not Grafana, it's something else they are using. They have used their own service, and when I check them, there is multiple. There is a endpoint in JavaScript file. That name is graph. So when I visit that, it will generate a report from source to dash. There is two parameter, that how many and source and dash must be from their side. And then I use burpcollab and I got a hit. And when I got a hit, I will try to escalate it to RC, but I failed because they are filtering some words. I try bypassing that, but not work. So I just do port scan and internal port scan, and then I fudge use Arjun. When I hunt, it makes me go mad. And bro, you have to take time. Just think, you have to give at least 2 months to one program. At least, I'm saying, not 1 month. I'm saying 2 months. So when you spend 2 months on your target, you will see, you will find bugs automatically, because you in 2 months you have experienced everything about the site. That if I visit this endpoint, what will happen? What will if I change there something? And believe me, in first 15 days you get bored with enumeration and all what is going on. But when you make notes with it, like what is the quite interesting URL you find through way back, what is the interesting endpoint, what are the interesting domain. For example, there is a default web page, any port running with service that sounds interesting, you can try to exploit that. Barker is good, bro, but on Barker you have to stay focused on that. You also have to hack on for 2 months at least. Then you are able to go for level 4 or level 3, level 3 or level 4. So these are the stuff about your question, that what is SSRF. And second SSRF exploit, you have read about LFI and all, but there is a one more exploit, that is host discovery. For example, you got a hit from the IP. Just first this, over 1 to 255. So in one I found something interesting, very quite interesting in last SSRF. It showed me a page with disclosing some information in it. It showed me some Python Django and that stack trace disclose some quite information in that. You have to just first the 189. You bro, you can say that Aditya Sinha is code of SSRF, bro. He already tweet about SSRF a lot. Nowadays I don't know why don't do hack much, but he's good, bro. And he's like my big brother. And I always thankful to Aditya Shinde and Shivam Kambos, known as Seconder and Pawan Rawat. They always support me, bro. Yeah, bro, you can use FFF for that. First, you have to use chaos replace to replace all the parameters with your bulk collaborator. Okay, yeah, I just have a chat today. I'm asking something from him. He will share that once. And Aditya got hate in community also. I know about that because all the pro hackers want him don't disclose such pro tips and all, but he will never give attention to those stupid persons. And in India, I've seen 90% of the people don't share their stuff. They use keep them to themselves, and when someone else share, they will get angry. I don't know why. So let's focus on our topic. Port Seeger's lab. After subenum, what need to do? Okay. So what I will do, like I will go to pentesterlands.com, go to 2022 write-ups, and I will just search Recon, and I will read all the write-ups and try to do same stuff. And secondly, what I do, I will search for LFI. So I grab their payload and fudge all the subdomains that I have. I fudge all the subdomains using that payload, and I find two LFI, but unluckily they are duplicate. But it's a good technique that I have learned. Yeah, on Barker SSRF is quite interesting, bro. Yeah, Aditya provide paid training, and it's a worth 100% worth. I'm not here to promote any one course, but as per I know, I have taken the course. It's worth it. That 10,000 makes can help you to make 10 lakh rupees. First, it will go, and investment is necessary. So instead of investing on some bad stuff, you can use them to on the course. Like I got bounties, and then I paid to Aditya and took training from him. Secondly, I want you to create such kind of a tool for no, or you can use Notion and all. So whenever you need, you can use this kind of tips. It's a checklist for me. And if I go to server, you can see the LFI, except let's say password, fuzz all this. I will fuzz, and using this, I got 2 LFI till now. It's not completed. Once it completed, I will share that or everything, every detail on my GitHub. So your basic steps are to find all the subdomains. After that, filter each subdomain using httpx. run nuclei, third naabu. So I use naabu in two ways. One is my permanent way that it will keep scan all the ports, ports json, and second I use naabu list domains.txt tp top ports. It will scan the top ports, top 100 ports, and I will say 100 ports, and I want in json. Yeah, bro, I will share everything once it completed. It's not completed yet. So once it completed, I will share everything on my GitHub. But my script is completed. I'm sharing that today. So what is the first? It will scan all the ports on all the subdomains that I found, and second, it will scan the top 100 ports on each subdomains. Okay, so what is the use of these ports? You will find very quite interesting. You can fuzz the subdomains. You find third-party service, sometimes vulnerable service, and then you can go for hunting on them. And the best tip I ever say, just go to pentester line, go to write-ups. For example, if you find Grafana, just search here Grafana and read it and try same stuff. Try to mix thing also, not just the copycat. Try to mix these things, and when you will do, you will find very quite interesting bugs on a target. Now we have some stuff to do. So how to create custom word list? So first thing you have to do, get all URLs, and if you go to my script, and you will see get all URLs. So it will read the domains or http filter files, and then run the get URL function on each, and using which I am able to run wayback URLs and go. And in last I will use generate all the URLs of the target. For example, mkdir URLs. So so for example, I got this kind of stuff, and if I go to okay, load and open, So once everything is done, it will give me some kind of URL. So I think I have one. So for example, here is one stuff, and it's a blank too. Might it giving me no such file or directory? It's done. Get URLs, touch $1.urls. Wait a minute. Yeah, bro. I'm using. I will add all these tool on my GitHub. So now it's not working. Maybe issue with creating each file. So I'm closing it here, and if I go to let's get url.txt. So our point is how to create for a list. Okay, so I'm just deleting it. Vivek urls urls.txt. Wait a minute. No need, bro. Instead of fudging each domain, I use this script. It will automatically fetch all the URLs and put into this. So now I have this URL I found through wayback URL and asset files. For example, you have found such stuff. Now you have to create one list using it. Okay, so I will do urls.txt cut the, and I use this slash as indicator and F3. So when I use F3, it will grab the domains. So I use F4 and use this, and I will get each endpoint. So here is the first step of creating custom world list. Okay, and even you can break down using the cut domain cut command. For example, the words.txt cat words.txt cut the f2. So what it will doing, it will just roaming the first part and use the next part. So you can cut down each endpoint whatever after the slash using cut command, but I recommend to just keep it as it is. And next I use for creating world list is I use get 200.txt while I do 10. And what I use a URLs So Seoul is customer lead generation. It will fetch all the subdomains, all the website. You can say it crawl all the website and then generate some words from it that are quite interesting. And why I'm using this Seoul, it will help to brute force admin panel. It will also help to find endpoints. So you can see these are the words it will generating based on the target. You are not using your creating yourself. It's generating you are generating your customer list using Seoul, and it's very quite interesting to fuzz using it. So where they use this word list, for example. So we have a target sorry.com. Yeah, bro, I will save this stream. And I will search login. So it's a Sony based program. So what I will do, I will generate a customer list using so for it. And for you can see administration and many more. It will generate a quite huge word list, and it's very quite interesting to brute force the admin panels find endpoints on target. So for example, on a target, let's say it's a monash page. In one target someone find backup file. So if target is redirect example.com, so he find the target as example.zip. And what this zip file contain, it contain all the data, all the backup files. So if you see the world is shown, it will generate a name based on the target, and using that you have to use gear search url word list is tool generated and extension. Number. So I will fudge all these extension. So what it will do, it will go to each word that is generated and fuzz all those using this extension. Threads I keep to 200 and I 200. So I, what is I want the response match to 200. If you want 301 403, whatever you want, you can use that. So now you have lots of subdomain. You know how to create customer list based on the target. You know how to brute force admin panel. you will find very quite interesting endpoints using this. So keep note on it. Okay. And using this, there is many stuff that are not possible through whatever the other word list you use. First thing, don't use any word list, because I have word list of 9 crore words for directory searching, but I don't use it now because I use custom generated word list based on the target and fudge each extension on them. And I always use recursion, so any directory it find, it will start fuzzing that directory also. Now you have stuff. So what, let me recap what we have done. We have done deep subdomain enumeration using my script that I'm sharing on my GitHub. Then you will know how to generate custom word list using Seoul. Seoul is a tool to generate word list based on the target, and that word list is useful for content discovery and admin panel brute force. For example, on a target you will find that if you find a subdomains target admin dot, you say, let's say, internal dot target.com, and when you try it for login, you username and password is also internal, means they spell their word as the domain name itself, and when you use them, you will just boom, you get the admin panel access. Second thing, whatever functionality you are doing testing, for example, you are just using registration on a target, and once you do everything, for example registration, and there is a mail verification bypass, and you can use each stuff to bypass the, you don't have to use any ninja technique to hack, you just read them. And I think on Pornhub, I think security is myth, find quite interesting bug on this target, and I'm also planning to hack on it soon. So if you need any target record data and that I'm doing hack on, I will share that if you want also. So when I will start this, and I will upload all the subdomains that I found very quite interesting subdomains on my GitHub. Yeah, using sniper, or you can use cluster bomb if you don't know what are the username also. If they are using custom username, then you can use. And one more technique, for example, first.im. So when you find anything like any admin panel of user and you don't know what are the password or emails, what you can do, you can try this. And this email or this select as username or password, and if you will see any username enumeration technique using this, you can try that also, and then you don't have to brute force the username, you just need to brute force the password. And third technique I use, just install JS miner. So JSON miner, I have you can implement custom regular expression in your burp shoot if you want, and you will find some quite interesting. I found credential in JS files of an admin panel. I don't post stuff on Twitter about admin panels and all, but it's not means that I never found it. I found it bro. I have reported multiple events and I'm still hacking on Backrod even after man. Sajid Ali, thanks bro. And recently I found able to access the Slack private channel of target. I found the subdomains and fetch using Soul. I found an endpoint in JS file. I found an endpoint. Oh, I reported 3 Slack channel hack on HackerMan. 2 of them they have marked as duplicate, but never invited me on original report. I don't know why. But it's quite interesting, quite learning stuff to me. That yeah, I have created this pro. How to hack Slack, their private Slack channels, how to find them, how to fuzz them. So whenever I found anything interesting, I will start sharing it stuff because it's not. And third stuff I will want to share about you is dependency confusion RC. If you're quite interesting to find RC on any target, uh, these kind of subdomains, these kind of IP enumeration through censys done, you will find some package.json. Just use check all each npm module is it present or not, and read about dependency confusion RC. You will find my multiple RC bro in next 3 months based on these subdomains and these recon techniques. Because in source they disclose about their github, and visiting their github repository I'm able to find package.json requirements.txt for python. Then I use confuse tool to find anything dependency that is not available, not publicly available, and then I will upload my code to hack on it. And I want thanks to Moin brother to teach me that. I'm always thankful to him that he teach me about dependency confusion RC. Yeah, bro, Slack channel. Just it's a fuzzing techniques that I have shared now. Just using this, I don't use anything else, bro. And I reported three reports based on Slack channel on hacker related to Slack, and 2 of them they marked as duplicate and never invited me on original report. But nowadays I don't do any argument with them or not on background, not on hacker, because it's not care me about bounties nowadays. I only care about learning. More I learn, more I earn. I have a job to do also, so I do job, and whenever I got time, I will open my VPS and start hacking the stuff. How I got it? Let me explain, bro. So first of, it's not they are not fixed, so I'm not disclosing anything. So let's say there is a target.com. On JS, I find some code like some service name. For example, if you find Jira, when I visit Jira, it's not showing me anything. It will asking me to do login. I'm sharing one of scenario that I found using the same technique. So I just visit this Jira projects, and some projects are available. And when I check each project, one employee, disclose, slack, channel, invite, increment. And using that, when I visit that, I'm able to access all their channels. If I have the email, no bro, the bug is not fixed. So once it fixed, I will share with screenshot how I am able to assess what is the stuff. I will create a proper write up about it, and it's a quite interesting story. So that's all for today, and I think you have learned कुछ तो सीखा ही होगा भाई. So I'm uploading my code on GitHub. Let me do it right now. So where is so you can go to this and grab this subdomain part and try exploiting. Thank you all for joining, and I have other works to do. So I will add readme file about tools and all by today. So tomorrow it's everything available on GitHub. So thank you everyone for checking some stupid stuff. But I hope you learned something. Take care and bye bye.